Hi, welcome to thewitchcrafters.com. Today we're going to make love oil. And while I'm making it, I'm going to tell you guys a little story about this one. Our first ingredient is lemon balm. And I actually grew this lemon balm. It's hydroponic. It was one of my test things. And that would be Sebastian. You guys have read a story about him already. He's my minion. Evildoer. Go on, get in there. Amongst other things. Can I help you, babes? No? Okay. Just checking things out. So, about this oil. I made this oil. It was one of the first ones I came up with. So that's the lemon balm. And, my brain went dead. I'm going to use some chamomile oil. I took it to the festival, and I was handing out the bottles like I normally do. I went up and just randomly throw them around somebody's neck and give them a kiss and run around. Well, I walk up to this one chick, and I pull one out at random, and I give it to her, and it's love. Alright? And I walk to my brother, I give him strength, also at random, and then they disappear off together. Well, a friend of mine comes running up to, well, she didn't run up to me, she kind of walked up to me, and she's bigger than I am. Okay, most people are bigger than I am, but yeah. So she walks up to me, and I kind of look up, and she goes, "What did you give my sister?" I went, which one's your sister? And she tells me, blonde, about this big. Okay, alright. And, I go, "Oh, her. I gave her love." And she goes, "Oh, okay." And she kind of walked away. I went, wait, why? She goes, "Well, my sister and your brother ran off together, and I don't know where they are." So after we get home from Dragonfest, they begin to talk to each other. And they continue to talk to each other. And my brother ends up moving to another state to be with her. And May of this year, they got married. And they met because of love oil and strength. But that's my story. But, they are kind of a cute couple. It's entertaining. So we have chamomile, so we're going to put some cinnamon in there. I've never had anybody complain about the love oil. It's kind of, I guess, a specialty at this point. And yet again, this is a cinnamon that I crunched up myself. Took all day with my magic bullet. Okay, so I lied. Didn't take me all day, about 30 seconds. These are some big chunks of cinnamon. They're still yummy. Okay. Clove. Because clove is all about the lovin'. You know, when I started making these, I was not a big fan of clove. But as time has gone on, it's kind of growing on me. Get in there. It really is. And I'm completely serious about the story. I could post pictures. Maybe not. I don't know how they'd feel about that. I'd have to ask them first. So. Or they could post pictures. Imagine that. Tell their sides of the story. But me and my friend got to stand there at the wedding and tell them, yes, it was our fault. Okay, copal. I like copal. Oof. Okay, copal smokes. Just so you know. Copal's a resin. Any resin you stick in here is gonna melt. Not right off the bat, but it's gonna melt. One of them, if you put dragon's blood in any of these, and you do, this one's gonna have it actually, it melts and turns your potion red. It's kind of neat. Okay, copal. Hey, look, dragon's blood. Alright. And neat tip with dragon's blood, if your pieces are too big, freeze them and hit them with a hammer in a baggie. My friend told me the freeze 'em part. The hammer with the baggie was another person. But it does work. So, because there are some pieces that I have in here that just never fit into one of these bottles. But it's not going to matter how big the pieces are because they're going to melt into the oil and turn this a beautiful shade of pink. So, there we go. A couple more pieces. A friend of mine who used to process these the hard way. She used to melt it and then get it all, and I don't know how she did it, but it was kind of strange. And for the first time in these videos, hibiscus. I know it's here somewhere. I like hibiscus too. It's also one of my poisons. But you really want to have a strange conversation with somebody, talk about books, and then randomly say, well, I need that book, because how else will I know which one of my herbs is a poison or not? And have them stop and look at you and be like, why do you have poisons? My response is, doesn't anybody? Or everybody? Because, you have cleaning supplies. Maybe it's for cleaning. Maybe. Possibly. Right? I love you. They never look at you the same way after that one. And my ever-dwindling supply of rose. They look a lot like they've got enough stuff in them, but you can never have enough stuff. Ooh. And another hit. But this is one of my favorites. Oops. Rose, by any other name, would you be so sweet? Get in there. I also have a bag somewhere of roses that I dried. These are not them. I have to find those. Ta-da! Okay. Remember, this is all going to turn red in about 10 days anyway. But there's love. That one's kind of cool. Just have that clove floating. Get in there. I do miss my music. Because this is making me ramble more than usual. More ramble. But my brother's wedding was really beautiful. Him and his wife, perfect together. Ta-da! And there's love. Thank you. It's been fun. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And come again.